Hello to you and welcome. This is Essential Oils Made Easy, and my name is Rebecca Leonardis. If we still haven't met, let me just tell you I am the owner of Leo Tree Wellness, and I like to specialize in, well, I like to specialize in a lot of things actually, but essential oils have really become the core of everything that I do, and I want to tell you why. Essential oils, first of all, they've been around longer than we can possibly imagine. So they are not a trend. They are certainly a tool that we can leverage for optimum care for ourselves. And I'm talking about physical care of ourselves, emotional care, and mental care of ourselves. So I love speaking on essential oils and introducing you and exposing you to them because I don't know that there's another tool. If you can think of something, certainly let me know. I just don't think there's another tool out there that works in such an immediate way and has such a profound and lasting effect on us. So I'm really glad that you're here because learning about essential oils it's a powerful thing, first of all. And once you know just a few foundational pieces of information about the oils, it really piques your curiosity and it allows you to move in whatever direction resonates most with you. So some people, for example, will come to me and say, I'm looking for a way to clean my home in a way that doesn't carry along with it all of the toxic burden that we're so accustomed to. So most of the cleaning products, for example, that we can purchase today are laden with chemicals that have a cumulative effect on our bodies. And we start showing symptoms of those chemicals building up in our bodies, various symptoms, fatigue, perhaps your immune system is low, so you find yourself constantly catching colds and things of that nature. Regardless, essential oils can be the solution to that in a natural way. Other people know right from the get-go they want to use plants as medicine, and we know that essential oils are the absolute most concentrated way to observe the properties in plants. So whatever brings you to this class today, I'm really glad that you're here. I hope that it does for you what it's intended to do, and that is to pique your curiosity and allow you to move, like I said, in the direction that resonates most with you. Now, I go beyond this class. So this is sort of a basics class, a foundational class, 101. If you crave more information beyond what you learned today, I'm going to encourage you to reach out and allow me to plug you into some of the additional classes that myself and my team offer. We actually have 8 structured classes that focus on really specific topics. One, for example, would be women and hormones, or we've got one that is on sleep and emotions. So tuck that little piece of information in the back of your mind, and I can certainly plug you into those resources. And if you crave more information and just kind of want to go seeking on your own, I'm going to encourage you to either look for me on YouTube, which is under my name, Leo Tree Wellness. So look for me on YouTube, or you can just go to my website, which is leotree.com, and you can check out all the things there. There is an events page, so you can check out some of what's coming up for yourself and see what fits best for you, okay? All right, so let's get into this today. Today we are doing essential oils made easy. I do have some slides that I like to share, so you'll see my screen changing just a little bit here as we move over to our slides. And I like to do this because, we got to get it right up to the top here, guys. There we go. I like to have something to look at when I'm learning. It helps me retain the information, and I thought that might be some similar for you as well. If you have questions at any point, please feel free to reach out. Best way to reach me would be by text. So that number is 519-200-9185. And ask your essential oil question, okay? Always here to help. So welcome to Essential Oils Made Easy. It is August 2020, and I know that many of us are beginning to think about the next season. And while I encourage you to soak in every last second of summer, I too am someone who likes I just want to start planning, get a few ideas set so that I know the direction in which I'm going to be moving towards the end of the month. And maybe you're in the same boat. So I don't think I'm a super organized person, but I do like to plan some things. Learning about essential oils will put you in that power position because you're going to discover tools that will have a profound effect on everything, at all aspects of our health and wellness and the way we behave in our everyday life. I'll know that I've done a good job here today if we can cover off the 3 coolest things about essential oils, just the 3 ways to use the essential oils, and then ultimately at the end, I'll just quickly show you how you can get the oils into your home. You decide the best path for yourself on that one, okay? So the 3 coolest things about essential oils are as follows. First of all, they're 100% safe and natural. And that is a really good thing for you to know because when you're considering bringing oils into your home, you want to know that they're safe for everyone, and they are. doTERRA oils are safe for babies, kids, adults, the elderly, typically people who even fall into those sensitive categories, right? We'll talk about some safety tips to make sure that you integrate as we think about that. But ultimately, these are 100% safe and natural to use on all members of the family. There's no side effects and there's no risk of addictions. Essential oils, if you're really new to essential oils, I just want to let you know that all of the essential oils are extracts from plants. So they have some incredible health benefits to them and they come from various parts of the plant. So depending on the oil we're talking about, it could come from the leaf, the blossom, the stem. In some cases, it comes from the bark of a tree, but it all comes from plants nevertheless. doTERRA is a very special brand in that, first of all, we are the world's largest distributor of essential oils now. And there's a lot of reasons behind that. I think it boils down to trust because potency and purity are a really big deal, specifically as they relate to them being safe for you to use for you and your family. I want you to know that every bottle of your doTERRA oil will have a little label on it that says CPTG, and that stands for Certified Pure Therapeutic Grade. Now, this is a standard that doTERRA has set and is required of every batch of their essential oils before they ever reach you. This is important because I don't know if you know this or not, but there is no standard for potency and purity in the essential oils world. Best way for me to compare that is with food. You know how with food there's a governing body that controls the safety basically of the food so that by the time it reaches you, it's passed through a few hands and it's received some approval that it's safe for consumption. There is no such thing with essential oils, which is very misleading when you go into even your favorite place and you see bottles that are marked with words like organic or 100% natural. Unfortunately, there is no vetting process to ensure that that's actually true. So the next time you grab a bottle of essential oil and you see those words on it, I want you to remember this because the only company, well, there may be some companies that they do have some testing in place, but the only one that gives you complete transparency so that you could literally log on and look at the results from your batch of essential oils would be doTERRA. Here's what I mean by that. The bottom of every one of the bottles has a little batch number on it. You're able to log on and type in the batch number of the bottle that you have in your hand, and it will produce for you the report that doTERRA saw, that many people would have seen to allow it to be able to reach you. So that's powerful, right? And this might not mean anything to you, but let me tell you, friends, doTERRA is all over in healthcare right now. Physicians need to know these things. They need to know potency. They need to know purity. And I know if you're listening to this class, you must care about this as well. So it's really powerful to know that you have access to that kind of information. doTERRA tests every batch of their oils 54 different times, 54 different ways. to ensure that it's pure, meaning that there's no pesticides, no plastic residues, no contaminants of any kind, basically. And that's super important because we're trusting this to use in, on, and around our bodies. It's also important for you to know that the essential oils are extremely potent, very, very strong. So as you compare it to other bottles, maybe you've been using essential oils for a while, you'll notice maybe the bottle you have in your home suggests 15, 20, 25 drops of something in a diffuser. doTERRA is not like that at all. Because of its potency, it has been completely undiluted. All you're getting is pure raw ingredient in that bottle. You're probably going to find that you're using 1 or 2, 3 drops of something. It's a big shift in that sense, okay? The oils are about 50 to 70 times more potent than the same ingredient in its herbal form. So peppermint is a great example of this. 1 drop of doTERRA's peppermint essential oil would be like drinking 28 cups of peppermint tea. It's a lot of tea. Usually if we were in a class together right now, we would pass the peppermint around and I would have you experience it for yourself to really illustrate the potency. I love watching people's reaction at this point, because even if you're sitting clear across the room and someone takes the lid off a bottle of doTERRA's peppermint, you begin to smell it across the room within a short amount of time. The next thing I like to do is have you put a drop of it in the palm of your hand. When you do that, I then have you swipe your finger in the palm and then swipe it on the roof of your mouth. Now, this is a unique experience for a lot of people. They've never done anything like this, didn't think they could put the oils in their mouth. So this is a first time for them. When you swipe it on the roof of your mouth, you get that immediate cooling sensation. It opens up your sinuses like you wouldn't believe, and just has a very powerful, invigorating ability to it. Then what I have you do, if we were together in class, is take what's left on the palm of your hand and massage it into areas where you typically carry tension. So for most people, that's temples, backs of the shoulders, sometimes it's into the scalp, that kind of thing. And I love watching them experience that cooling sensation that the very powerful, very potent peppermint has to offer. So if you have peppermint at home, especially doTERRA's peppermint, give that one a try, okay? The next that's the first cool thing about them, is them being safe. The second cool thing about the essential oils is that they're very effective. So much so that I'm going to say that they're more effective than modern approaches to health problems today. So I want you to think about this in a really simplistic way. So if you're a health professional right now, you're going to be like, wow, it's really basic, and you'd be right. But we're going to go all the way back to biology 101 just for a moment. I want you to think about the cells in our body and how each of those 75 trillion cells are all coated with an oily cell membrane. The cell membrane's job is to protect the cell from invaders like bacteria and virus, right? We know bacteria will live on the outside of a cell, and we also know that virus likes to live and duplicate on the inside of a cell. Virus is tricky, right? It's on the inside. So when you visit your physician for either a bacterial or a viral infection of some kind, you have a really specific experience. And maybe you've experienced this recently. If it's a bacterial infection, you're going to get a prescription. You'll take the prescription. It'll work, but it also comes with some side effects. Sometimes you can see those side effects. Sometimes you can feel them. Things like yeast infections or suppressed immunity or hormones can be disrupted. All of those things are unfortunate outcomes of using a prescription medication. So that's the downside of that modern approach. It worked, but it has the side effects, right? If we talk about a viral infection, so you go into your doctor, you've got a cold or a flu, most of the time your physician's actually going to send you away and tell you to get lots of rest, drink lots of fluids, and basically wait it out, because when it's viral, it's inside the cell. It's difficult to get in there and kill the virus. because the oily cell membrane is protecting that cell, right? And today's modern approaches to healthcare have offer us prescriptions that are made from water-based synthetic molecules. So if you have a water-based synthetic molecule that's trying to penetrate an oily cell membrane, you remember water and oil don't mix. So it is never going to be able to permeate that cell membrane to get inside the cell and kill the virus. And this is where things get really interesting with essential oils, because they are oil-based. So therefore, they can permeate the oily cell membrane. They do get inside the cell, and they are antiviral, making them extraordinarily effective. We also know that they're antibacterial. So any bacteria living on the outside of a cell is going to be taken care of with that essential oil as well. So that's a powerful piece of information. And that's the second coolest thing about essential oils, is that they're more effective than modern approaches to health problems today. Now, you see pictured here one of our very, very favorite blends at doTERRA. It's called On Guard. And this one promotes healthy immune function. It's also great for soothing sore throats. It's also great for cleaning your home and hands. And the reason I call this one out is because as we approach this fall season, which it's inevitable, and we know that we've learned a lot from our past experiences with the pandemic, we want to be well prepared. So when you consider that this has the ability to boost immune function, that it has the antiviral and antibacterial properties to it, and it can be used in a variety of ways, including in your diffuser to clean the air that you breathe. It seems like a very practical, very logical layer of protection to add into your home for health and wellness. So just keep that one in mind. If you're taking notes, write On Guard down, certainly write peppermint down. Those are two favorites. That's why they're pictured here as we talk about these things. And you should know anything that any oil that we specifically call out is for a reason. Remember I said I'm going to share with you how to bring the oils into your home at the end. The oils that I'm getting specific about are typically found in our starter kits. So instead of you trying to figure out how you would bundle things, to best suit your needs, I'll introduce you in a little bit to the starter kits that likely have everything that you need built right into them anyhow. Let's talk about the third coolest thing about essential oils, and that is that they are affordable. So they're more affordable than traditional medical care. It works out to be literally pennies, and I'm going to share with you an example so I can illustrate this. But in our house, I do believe that we have saved hundreds of dollars in healthcare over the years. My family and I have been using the oils now for over 6 years. So this has been a huge endeavor for us, but we have certainly found our way to recognizing how affordable it is to have these oils in the house. We have a solution to so many things, which is very empowering. You can't even put a price tag on that. Let me share an example though of what I mean. So in our house, if I'm sick or if someone in my family is sick, you're going to have to take them to the doctor. That's going to cost money because you're likely going to have to take a morning or an afternoon off of work, right? That's costly for most families. You're also going to have to consider the cost of the gas that goes in the car that gets you to the doctor's office. You're also going to have to give some consideration to perhaps buying a probiotic to help offset the side effects that we know are going to happen from the prescription that you're for sure going to get. That's physicians are wonderful, but physicians are trained to prescribe modern medications to our problems. So when we present something to them, their trained modality is prescriptive medication. So we have to expect that. So all of these things, the probiotics, the gas in the car, the taking time off work, these are all costly things. And I live in Canada, which means that my actual visit to the doctor is paid for. But I know for many of you, this is also an out-of-pocket expense as well. So consider adding that. Now, the example I have for you is with my daughter, who's 8 years old. She's a competitive swimmer. And the one thing that we've noticed that has happened a few times with her is swimmer's ear, or an ear infection. Before the oils, I likely would have taken her to the doctor and gone through that whole process. But instead, what I'm able to do now that I have the oils in my home is grab lavender and tea tree oil would be what I would go for in this situation. I do two drops of each, and I would massage it all over her ear, and I would bring it down her neck. I'd put her to bed because sleep is very healing, allows the body to restore itself. We've just applied some lavender, so we know she's going to have sleep support. And when she wakes up in the morning, those antibacterial and antiviral properties of those essential oils will have done their job in conjunction with her body's restoration through sleep. She will wake up without the earache. This has happened many times in our house. In fact, just a couple of weeks ago, after our visit to the cottage, I had this experience with my son. So we did the 2 drops of tea tree, 2 drops of lavender with him, and experienced success with him as well. And friends, I'll tell you, those 4 drops of oil cost me 64 cents in total. And I had the solution in my home. So I don't know if that resonates with you. That it's pretty powerful to know that you have these options available to you. You'll see pictured here that I have lavender. I've mentioned lavender now. This is probably all of us have had some sort of experience with lavender. When it is therapeutic quality, potent and pure like doTERRA's lavender, I swear it's like experiencing lavender for the very first time. Not only is it calming for the mind, it's calming for the skin. It behaves alongside lemon and peppermint to create this beautiful antihistamine sort of reaction. There's so many things. We often call lavender the Swiss Army knife of essential oils because it does so much. Anyhow, those are the 3 things, the 3 cool things about essential oils. First of all, they're safe. Second of all, they're effective. Thirdly, they are affordable. Now I want to get into the 3 ways that you can use your oils. This is important because I bet when we get to the 3rd one, it's one that you haven't considered yet. So we'll go through all 3. The first is aromatic, which is the most obvious. We love the smell of our essential oils. And even if we don't love the aroma, we know that it's having a powerful effect on us. Essential oils aromatically can be used to positively affect the mood, to cleanse the air, like I mentioned before, very important, especially as we move into this fall season. And it supports the respiratory system, another key consideration as we move into fall season, which is traditionally the season where people become unwell. If they're going to, if you're not taking all of the proper precautions. But this is what I'm saying about the oils. They're just so darn easy. If you can breathe, you can use essential oils, and you're literally adding a layer of protection to whoever is in the vicinity of the oil. So whoever is breathing it in with you is receiving the benefits. It's just so simple. It's a no-brainer in my opinion. Now, sometimes I have people say, is it true that essential oils can have much of an impact on you? All you're doing is breathing, you're just smelling it. What's the big deal, right? So I want to give you an example because this one tends to stick. It really stuck for me when I was first presented with the idea. Think about if you've ever had surgery before or know somebody, and you've gone into the operating room. You have, you need to be knocked out or put under, whatever you like to call it. In order to do that, they don't give you an injection. They don't give you a pill. They put the mask over your face and ask you to breathe it in. They also ask you to count to 10 or count back from 10, which illustrates how quickly that mask of synthetic molecule is actually working in your body. Here's what's going down when that happens. The olfactory system, your sense of smell, it starts right about here. You can actually pinch like the bridge of your nose. It's right under there. That is basically the gateway for molecules to travel directly to the brain. When you breathe in, you are sending a signal to the limbic part of your brain. The limbic brain contains systems that hold, like can cause reactions all over the body. The endocrine system, for example, you've heard of the endocrine system likely. The endocrine system is receiving the message in the limbic brain, and it then sends messages out to the entire body. We have these receptors on every organ of our body, and this process of breathing something in triggers that, sends a message out to the entire body. When you think about the medical example I just gave where you're being knocked out for surgery, the message is, okay, we need to shut things down. We need to prepare our body because, we're about to have surgery. And it doesn't happen so fast. If you've ever had surgery, you probably were able to count 2 or backwards, maybe 3 numbers, and you are knocked out. It happens that fast. Your body is amazing in that sense. Now I want you to take that same concept, because it doesn't change. When you breathe in essential oils, same thing. Olfactory system serves as the gateway directly to the limbic brain, activate that endocrine system and get the message out to the rest of the body. That's why when you hear information that suggests essential oils reach every cell in the body within minutes, that's how it's happening. Okay, so it's a fascinating process. And depending on the oil you're using, you'll get a different message. So lavender is a great example. Lavender on the Health Canada website is labeled as a nervine calmative. So calms the central nervous system down. So when you breathe it in, it has that relaxing effect on the body. You might even feel like you're experiencing it immediately. I know I'm pointing at my chest because that's where I always seem to feel the lavender. But you feel it right away. Peppermint, for me, everyone's different. Peppermint has a very invigorating effect. So I feel like a boost, kind of like that feeling that you get when you have a good cup of coffee, like that kind of feeling, right? Without side effects, no jitters with peppermint. So that's important and really important for you to know. So does breathing it in aromatically have a therapeutic effect on your body? Absolutely, it does. Let's move on to topical. So when you choose to use your essential oils topically, you're going to need to keep a few things in mind from a safety perspective. Remember, we talked about it being safe for all members of the family. This is where I really want you to pay attention so you understand. Diluting is going to be the key to decreasing a sensitive response, especially if you're a sensitive person. And it also allows the essential oil to work better, gives it a chance to absorb into the skin better. So if you are going to use your oils topically and you want to know about dilution ratios and all that kind of stuff, depending on who you're using it on, you ask. I'll make sure you get a chart and we'll talk about best ways to use it. Or a lot of our oils come pre-diluted in roller bottles. So if you'd prefer just to have that safety, if you feel like you're going to be using these a lot on your kids, want to know that they're pre-diluted, ready to go, I'm with you. You might want to give some consideration to the roller bottles. So topically, you can apply it to a specific area. So if you're experiencing pain and you're using the essential oils to alleviate some of that, you can apply it directly to the area. You can apply it to areas like the abdominal area if you're experiencing digestive discomfort, or you can also apply it to the bottoms of the feet. I love sharing this tidbit with you because the bottoms of the feet have these nice large pores that are just waiting to absorb whatever they come into contact with. So this is a really cool thing. You could use all of your oils this way if you chose to. This is actually how we taught our kids to use their oils. We would have them massage a roller bottle on the bottoms of their feet, and they would do that before bed. This was a great way for them to wind down, make it part of their nightly routine. And remember, whether you're breathing it in or accessing the benefits through your skin, these oils will affect every cell in your body. So it doesn't really matter exactly where you apply it, so keep the feet in mind. As kids go back to school, and we'll talk about this in a moment, this is a really great solution to the no aromas in certain places sort of idea. If you get it on your kids' feet, they get their socks on, their shoes on, they're leveraging all of the benefits of the oil without exposing a lot of the, I guess, the smell that can be associated with them. Keep in mind, fragrance and essential oils, two very different things. And if you're curious about that, let's talk more about that, okay? The third way I want to tell you about using essential oils is very specific to doTERRA. So if you have oils in your home already, please don't use them internally. Wait to use your doTERRA oils internally because there is a big difference in quality, as we talked about before, safety therefore. So you could use your oils in a drop of water. That's what my husband and I do with our citrus oils. We add lemon or grapefruit's my favorite, wild orange, green mandarin, something along those lines to our water to flavor it, yes, but to also experience all of the benefits that are associated with the oils and taking it internally. You can also take it in a veggie cap, which is just simply an empty capsule that doTERRA has. You open that capsule up, you put the oil of your choice in, and then you consume the capsule just like you would any other supplement. A third way that you could use the oils internally would be right under the tongue. So frankincense and copaiba, those are great oils to use under the tongue. Keep in mind, I know this is a lot of information. Once you say yes to the oils, you'll be invited immediately to your own personal wellness consult where we can talk about exactly what you are hoping to do with the oils, and then we'll create a protocol that is very specific to you. So while you're learning the foundational aspects of things right now, we'll get really specific and have it make a whole lot of sense as we build a plan that suits you best. Okay, those are the 3 ways that you can use your essential oils: aromatically, topically, and internally. Now, we'll talk a little bit about each of, well, not all of the oils, but a lot of the oils, okay? And again, keep in mind, I'm breaking this down and calling some of these out because I want you to know some of the most popular, yes, but some of the most phenomenal oils that are found within our starter kits, which is the very best value if you're considering getting started. Lemon, great for cleansing the body, cleansing your home, great detox, mood booster. I should point this out too, these little logos, A, T, and I, this stands for aromatic, topical, internal, meaning that this lemon can be used in all 3 of these ways. Okay, so they're not all meant to be used internally. That's something for you to keep in mind. Again, don't worry, there's a label that peels off the bottle, which reminds you when you get them into your home of how you can use them. You don't have to memorize all this stuff. Frankincense, my favorite oil. This is what brought me to doTERRA. Promotes calm feelings, supports the anti-aging process, and helps cells perform optimally. Now, that is a basic version of what frankincense can do. This is a profound oil. If you are a researcher, a science-focused person at all, I would love to invite you to go to a website called PubMed, P-U-B-M-E-D. Just Google that. It's like a search bar for compounds, products, ingredients, that kind of thing. You can research doTERRA frankincense because it is unique to all other frankincense in the world, and find out exactly how significant frankincense really is to our overall health and wellness. DigestZen. This is great for all things related to digestion, from constipation to diarrhea, heartburn, car sickness, you name it. This is a go-to oil, and I really hope you don't need it every day, but my friends, this is a godsend when you do need it. It's great to have this solution in your home, and it works so fast. Deep Blue is the oil that we reach for when we have achy muscles, sore joints, tension in the body, or you're going for a massage, for example, and you want to up level that. Deep Blue is a blend that is epic for supporting recovery from any of these physical aches and pains. Breathe. This one is our respiratory blend. In Canada, we call this one Easy Air. So don't be fooled, they're exactly the same thing. There was a need to change names when we moved into Canada, but it's the exact same thing, and it helps lungs and sinuses. It promotes clear breathing day and night. Clear breathing, I want you to think about this. This isn't just when you've got the sniffles or you've got seasonal allergies. It's great for those, but it's also great for workouts, great for a yoga practice, great for joggers. Keep that in mind, right? Anywhere that the breath is the key tool in function, you're going to want to keep this oil in mind. Wild orange makes my mouth water every time I think about it. I love this oil for its energizing effects. It is a wonderful mood booster, very invigorating. We use this one in a real variety of ways. I keep it in my diffuser. I use it to flavor food. There's lots of practical ways you can use your oils, right? We talked about you being able to use them internally. Yeah, I can share a couple of really great recipes on the wild orange. Adaptive, I did an entire talk on adaptive, and if you're curious to give it a listen, I would ask you to reach out and let me know. I'll share that with you. It's just a recording. Adaptive is our new calming blend, and it was designed to help alleviate or ease nervous feelings. It supports our emotions in a very profound way. It keeps us focused, but it keeps us stable. And it's something that you really have to experience for yourself. All members of the family can benefit from this because all members of the family go through various stages of stress throughout the day. I go like this because our days are typically roller coasters, right? Adaptive helps sort of balance that out throughout the course of the day. Copaiba, this is a beautiful essential oil, can be used all three ways, aromatically, topically, and internally. It not only supports relieving aches and pains in the body, but it really helps settle the body down for sleep. So I use this one in conjunction with lavender as part of my nighttime routine, and it calms the entire nervous system down. It's been a huge benefit to everyone in our home. Citrus Bliss, another favorite because there's orange in it. Oh, there's just something about the compound in citrus oils. Oh, it does so much for your mood. It's uplifting, promotes a cheery feeling, and you can use this one as a perfume like I do. So I want you to think about for a minute, just what your top 3 health concerns are. You can write them down, or you can just consider them. Maybe pop them into your phone. But the next question I want you to ask yourself is, what would my life be like without those concerns? So if my top concerns were, I'm stressed, I don't sleep, and I have digestive issues, what would life be like if we were able to solve for those issues? Can you even imagine that? This is where we're going on this topic of essential oils and how they build themselves into your life so seamlessly to create support in ways that I bet you've never even considered. So that's why we asked this question here. And I look forward to connecting with you so that we can talk more specifically about you and what the protocol for you would really look like. We literally map that out. As you're giving that some consideration, I need to call out a product to you that is actually doTERRA's very best selling product. It's not an oil, even though we're an oil company. Our supplements are actually our best selling product because not only are they dense in food nutrition, but they've also been infused with the power of the essential oil. So you're gaining benefits in both ways. The oils infused in these lifelong vitality supplements support the body receiving the nutrition better, therefore not creating digestive upset. Sometimes supplements can create that. And I think that's a lot of times why we stop using them, because they upset our stomach. So we discard them. We think they don't work for us. The other thing that the oils support is bioavailability. So when you're using a product that's very high quality, nutrient dense, you want to make sure that it's being delivered to your body, not just eliminated. So if you're like me and you've purchased expensive supplements in the past only to have visible signs of them leaving your body, you're peeing them out basically, you'll be thrilled to know that the bioavailability of these supplements is extraordinary. The other thing you need to know about these, they are 100% guaranteed. So what I mean by that is you could try them for 30 days, use them exactly as they're prescribed, which would be an entire 30-day worth. And if you didn't feel increase in energy, decrease in pain, those kinds of things, you can get your money back. Literally, after using the entire package, you can get all of your money back. That's how deeply doTERRA believes in this product collection. So please keep that in mind. I would love to see every person try Lifelong Vitality just to know how good they can really feel in their own body. And maybe you already feel great. Maybe you lead a clean life. The oils and doTERRA is something, it's icing on the cake for you. You're actually the perfect person to try the supplements because you have a benchmark. You know how supplements make you feel. So this will give you an opportunity to try something risk-free and be able to measure that with what you've experienced in the past. So do keep that in mind, please. There's 3 ways to purchase with doTERRA. We're at this stage now where I can share this with you. We shared a lot about the oils. We know the 3 coolest things. We know how to use them. Now, how do you bring them into your home in the most value conscious way? Because that's important to me that you know that. The first way that you can get them is retail. And I don't really ever have anyone invest in this because it's the most expensive way to buy. Unless you're in a chiropractor's office or a professional setting of some kind, that's the only time you're really going to pay full price or full retail for a product. So do keep that in mind. I'll move on to wholesale. Wholesale is great because it means that you've said yes to the doTERRA opportunity and you've become a member. Now, don't get weirded out at the word member. It just means that you have access to 25% off on all of your products. Whenever you decide to shop with doTERRA, you're going to get 25% off. So think of it a lot like a Costco membership. You either have one or you know somebody who has one, and they're easy to use. You buy a membership, and then anytime you decide to shop at Costco, you know that you're going to get a deep discount on the products. There's no obligation to buy every month. There's no minimum requirements. That's the same here. So keep that in mind. That's wholesale, okay? But the very, very, very best way to buy, and I've been excited to get to this, to share this with you because it's just so cool, is getting your products at wholesale and getting points to use so that you can get products for free in the future. That's how I purchase my items. And like I said, I've been doing this a long time. So this means that you would choose a starter kit. When you choose a starter kit, the wholesale membership is yours. It's part of the kit. You earn 25% off and you start earning points. We call them loyalty reward points or LRP points. And those are the coolest. You accumulate them really fast. They sit in an account for you. And when you're ready, you redeem them on other products. So for example, just recently, just on the weekend, I did my August order. So I had so many points sitting in my account from just from ordering the oils that we were using throughout the summertime. I was able to redeem my points and buy the things that I'm going to buy anyways, like toothpaste, shampoo, deodorant, like lifestyle items. I'm going to buy them anyway. So this was the coolest thing because I was able to get them all for free. Laundry detergent. I bet you didn't even know doTERRA even had these categories. But this is what's so special about becoming a member and doing it in this way is that you reward yourself exponentially when you do it this way. So please keep this in mind. Let's take a look at the kits because they're awesome. What you can expect from me when you say yes to one of these kits is a lot of different things. It's not shown in the pictures that we're going to talk about, but you need to know. You get a welcome packet from me. You get that personal consultation that we talked about before. You get access to groups where we share ongoing education. If there's ever a special event, like a VIP event, you're the first one to be invited. You get to participate in community events and giveaways, and you get ongoing support. So there's a lot of value built in that's actually not listed as part of these kits. Let me point out one little thing. Depending on where you're watching from, this is the US price listed here. It's a little different in Canada. So I'm just calling that out right now. If you're watching and you're Canadian, I can send you a list of the Canadian prices as well, okay? This is a great, great kit. Keep in mind the membership you get the membership when you say yes to these kits. The Healthy Start Kit, 10 of our top oils plus a diffuser. Now, I do need to point out, these bottles are smaller than regular bottles. These are 5 ml bottles versus 15 ml. A 5 ml bottle has about 80 drops in it, whereas our 15 is about 250. So It's a smaller kit to get started with. I like to call this one the ultimate sampler kit. The diffuser is small too, but it's mighty. It has a 2-hour setting up to a 10-hour setting with an optional light function on it. So it's a great one to get started with. The Healthy Habits Kit, if you resonated with the idea of getting started with our top selling product, which was the supplements, this kit might be the one that attracts you most because they come in the kit. Plus you get the Deep Blue, which we know is for our aches and pains. You get our digestive enzymes, and you also get the probiotics if you're ordering from the US. If you're ordering from Canada, the only difference is these probiotics, they're not Health Canada approved yet. So you would get a bottle of the veggie caps that we talked about before that allow you to take your oils internally. That would be the only substitution. And then there is a difference in price as well that we can talk about. And you get 5 of our top selling oils: On Guard, Lemon Balance, Frankincense, and Lavender. The Healthy Essentials Kit, this is a special one to me. This is the one I got started with all those years ago. 10 of our top selling oils plus a diffuser again. The difference here, friends, is that the diffuser is bigger, more powerful, optional light, and you're getting the full size bottles of the essential oils, including our new adaptive, the Calming Blend, including Copaiba. Both of those are very new. The only one that's not a 15 ml, Deep Blue only comes in a 5 ml bottle. So keep that in mind. This is my favorite one. I'm biased, I suppose. The Healthy Home Kit. A lot of people starting with this one recently because there's this deep desire to sort of overhaul some of the ways that we've been operating, detoxify our lives, unburden our bodies. This is a wonderful way to do that. You'll see here that it includes several of our top selling oils, hand sanitizer, On Guard soap, On Guard cleaning concentrate, shampoo, conditioner, toothpaste, and a diffuser. So basically it allows you to detox and unburden your personal care products as well as a lot of your household products. Very, very powerful way to get started. And then I think if I was to be able to go back in time and start again, I probably, knowing what I know now, would have started with the Natural Solutions Kit, because in short order, I was ordering all these products anyhow. Basically, guys, this is the biggest one I've got for you. This comes with a lot of oil, personal care products, even some of the ones that we didn't even get to touch on today, like Correct-X, which is like a polysporin, a natural polysporin, the Breathe Stick, which is like a vaporizing stick, mouthwash, toothpaste, On Guard lozenges and capsules, the probiotics, the digestive enzymes, and a phenomenal diffuser called, is that one called Lumo? Yeah, it's called the Lumo diffuser. I love this one. It's got several settings on it. It's very slim. You know, we always bring a diffuser with us when we travel. This one's the easiest one I find to travel with. I just stick a little face cloth on the inside so it's not dripping anywhere, and I bring it everywhere I go, because hotel rooms and just all that stuff. I have kids in competitive sports, so back when we could travel a lot, we brought the diffuser everywhere. And it was funny because we'd be in those hotel rooms and everyone would congregate in our room because they loved the smell. So that's the Natural Solutions Kit. Finally, Simple Solutions. This is a real little guy. And the idea behind this one is that it's customizable. You'll get the 4 products that you see here: Deep Blue, Lemon, On Guard, and Serenity. Serenity is a sleep blend. And then you will add on products that make the most sense for whatever you're trying to target in your life. So maybe it's the adaptive, maybe it's the supplements, but basically you start with the 4 and then customize, add on to this package and make it whatever you want for it to be. The cool thing about doing it this way is that you get the membership built in, right? So yes, you can customize a kit for yourself any old time you want, but you'll have to add $42. That's the cost of a membership. You'll have to add that onto your customized kit. My advice is do it this way. Start with these 4 guys. These are 4 basic pillars anyhow, and then add on from there. Okay, we've got some back to school things to share with you. This is specific to August 2020. As it relates to back to school, depending on where you're watching from, there are a lot of considerations, a lot of new emotions coming up based on our reality going forward. And regardless of what you choose to do, I know your kids are going to benefit from having access to tools such as the essential oils. Remember, I talked about how easy they are? It's unbelievable to watch a child become empowered when you teach them how to use essential oils. And the coolest thing about kids is that they're not skeptical, so they won't challenge the idea of using it. They will gravitate to whatever makes them feel good, emotionally, physically, mentally. If it's done its job, and it will, then children will just naturally gravitate to it. This month, you can get 15% off of 3 of our very key essential oil blends. They're pre-diluted, so for you moms who are considering allowing your kids to do this, but you're concerned about, sensitivity, you're gonna love this because they're the pre-diluted ones. Remember, we talked about those. We have InTune, we have Motivate, and we have Thinker. So first of all, InTune is our focus blend. I use this one very regularly for myself. My son, who struggles with focus issues from time to time, he was using this one on the daily until doTERRA came out with a very specific children's collection. And when they did that, they came out with a different smelling blend. It's also a focus blend, and it's called Thinker. He prefers Thinker over InTune, but I mean, you can decide. And the kids blends are designed for kids, but not exclusive to kids. So if you yourself have issues with focus or could benefit from improving your level of focus, I want you to keep both of those two in mind, InTune and Thinker, both 15% off in August. So for example, if you were gonna go with that Simple Solutions kit, that customizable kit, you could get Simple Solutions and add InTune and or Thinker to that and get 15% off. Really cool. The other item that is 15% off this month is Motivate. And we could all use a little motivation, transition into a new season. Will pose its challenges just like it always does. And this is a beautiful blend that works to energize the body and allow you to feel that little sense of motivation. Again, if you have questions on anything I've shared, I want you to text me. I want you to ask me the questions. You can find me on my website, as I mentioned, at www.leotree.com. But if you want a more direct way to have a conversation, text me. My number is 519-200-9185. Okay, and send me your message. If you have loved, and I know you must, if you're still here at the end, you must have loved this. If you want to share this information out with your friends and family, let's book an online class for them. We can do it online because I think that's where everyone's comfort level is, unless you want to do something in person and we can talk about what that would look like. I'm game for just about anything. I want to share the oils with people because they benefit people on a big scale. You as the host are going to have the opportunity to earn all of these. This is it's a little take along kit. Okay, so it's this little zippered pouch that you can put in your purse or whatever it is that you like to carry with you, diaper bag. You'll get that for booking your class, and then for every attending member of your class, you will get to choose some oils to fill your package. So if you have 4, you'll get 4 oils. If you have 8, I'll be able to fill the whole thing for you. It's important to share this message out, so let's get a class booked for you. There are a lot of different people that come to doTERRA classes, and I want to make sure that I'm meeting the needs of everyone. In the class, if you would like to have a conversation with me about the business side of things, I think we should do that because there's this real opportunity, if you're a sharing kind of person, to understand that there's this opportunity to earn a little bit just from sharing, okay? When doTERRA talks about 3 types of people who want to live a healthier lifestyle, we cater to those people by providing, like I said before, ongoing education, access to VIP programs. But we also cater to the kind of person who might be you, who decides, I need to share this with people. My sister could benefit, my mom, I have friends I know would benefit from this. When you share with other people, you have this opportunity to get your products paid for. And then lastly, if you decide that sharing it's coming naturally for you and you find yourself continuously doing it, you need to consider building a doTERRA business, because not only can you get your products paid for, but you can earn an income from doing so, from helping other people solve day-to-day issues. So you earn an income and you can make a huge impact. Okay, so sharing oils is definitely one of the greatest joys for me. I want to thank you for watching this all the way to the end. I want to thank you for considering booking a class. Thank you for considering bringing the oils into your home, and certainly for the time you've invested in learning today. I firmly believe that time is our greatest resource. I know that it's the only non-renewable resource that we have. So the fact that you chose to spend your time here is very meaningful for me. I choose to spend my time here because it has created such a profound um, benefit to everyone in my family on so many different levels. I can't not share with people. So thank you so very much for being here. Again, I thank you and I wish you the ultimate day today. Enjoy the rest of summer. Reach out to me with questions, text, email, whatever the case may be. I look forward to chatting with you, and we will get something in place for you real soon. Take good care of yourself.